You're welcome back. This is BVI Channel 1. I still remain as Channel Peters on the program Matters Arising. I have with me a distinguished, a father, and a personality in Igbo land, the chairman, traditional institutions in the southeastern part of Nigeria, in the person of His Excellency, His Majesty, Ambassador Dr. Lawrence Agubuzu, on the occasion of ADF Youth League Leadership Summit, where he came to impact knowledge and leadership qualities on the youths of Igbo land. As the question is on the table, Igbo survival and sustainability in the modern era, it's my pleasure to welcome him on today's program, Matters Arising. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you on the program today.
Thank you very much.
Today, we are honored to have someone like you with wealth of experience to impact your experience to the younger generation. In as much as most of our viewership are global, we are addressing the Igbo question. And some people will ask, why would we address it in English? But in our own position, the Igbo nationhood is a universal concept, because there is no place in the world you don't have an Igbo man resident there. So, to understand deeply the qualities of an Igbo man, wherever you find them, this program and this information, you need to listen to it. And to specifically Ndi Igbo, you need to pen informations down, because you are getting it from the very primary source you could ever get it from. Now, to you, sir, what are you looking at in terms of the youths of Ndi Igbo and in the current disposition, their development?
Thank you very much. The truth of the matter is that no group of people can develop without their youths. And I've told our youths that they need to wake up, arm themselves through proper education and through character training, so that they can contribute meaningfully to the development of Igbo land. Our people need to understand, especially those who are living outside Igbo land today, that not everything they hear from the social media is correct. There is tendency for people to exaggerate the problems we have here. But I want to assure them that we are here and we are happy living here in Igbo land. Yes, there may be challenges of security, but I'm telling them, especially those who are outside Nigeria, that is not as bad as is being painted. Life is good here, and all we need is for our people to have faith and hope that we will develop our homeland. Those of us at home cannot do it alone. We need those abroad, in other parts of Nigeria. We need those in diaspora, outside the shores of Nigeria. All of us should come together and develop our homeland. The resources are there, the manpower is there. What is needed mostly is capital investment. And if our people do not have faith to invest in Igbo land, then it will be difficult for others to do so. So I'm calling upon Igbos in diaspora to be in the vanguard of coming home to develop Igbo land. We need also to be united. Those of us who are traditional rulers, we are looking at what can unite the people, the Igbos. Ndị Igbo as a group should know that there's one thing that is universal throughout our Igbo land, and that is the New Yam Festival. We are looking at a position where we should have one day, one calendar day in every year, which will be known as the New Yam Festival of Ndị Igbo. And that day, it should be observed globally wherever we have concentration of Ndị Igbo. On that particular day, which will be announced, the New Yam Festival will be celebrated everywhere. And of course, here at home, it will be a major event of the year. After that, then individual traditional rulers will now go home and celebrate the New Yam Festival in their kingdoms and palaces. This is one thing that we can do to show the world that we have something in common. We are united. Another issue that may bother many people when we think in terms of coming home to invest, to develop, is the question of security. I want to assure them that, again, it's not as bad as is being put, in the social media. Security is not peculiar to any part of Nigeria. The problem is everywhere, but the governments of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, at the federal level, at the state level, at the local government level, they're all fighting to make sure that this country is safe for people to come and do business and invest. And I must sound a note of caution that what we have in this country is again not peculiar to Nigeria. Many countries of the world have similar challenges. And since we are determined to ensure that the security challenge of this country is fully addressed by the governments, I want our people to have faith in what we are doing, contribute their quota to solving the problem. We cannot surrender our homeland to people who are not interested in development. Our people who want to see development everywhere, to engage in meaningful occupation at any time. So I call on our people in diaspora to join in this exercise.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Sir, Your Majesty, one thing that you've mentioned about the Igbo development, economic impact that the think-home philosophy will do in terms of our people not giving up on our homeland. And also you've made mention of the efforts of the federal government to solving the problem of insecurity, which is not peculiar to the Southeast. In a suggestion or in an advice, what can you put out to the federal government as one of the bedrocks of solving the problem of Nigeria? Is it a structural problem? Is it a constitutional problem? And how can it be addressed genuinely to solve this problem, both for security and for the development and survival of the people, especially the Southeast?
Well, I can tell you that no one government can solve the security challenges facing our country. It should be a partnership of federal government, the state government, the local government, and we, the traditional rulers. The responsibility of the federal government is to give the enabling environment for each of these tiers of government to participate meaningfully in security. Okay. For instance, during the national conference of 2014, suggestion was made that there should be state police. If, for instance, the states are empowered and allowed by the Constitution to have state police, they will be able to contain certain level of insecurity. If the states empower the local governments to take charge of security at a certain level, the local governments will contribute effectively. And of course, if the traditional rulers are given responsibility with the resources for maintenance of security in their domains, they will be able to do that. The problem we have at the moment is over-centralization. This over-centralization is making it difficult for these various groups to participate in tackling these security challenges. And what I'm saying is not strange to federations all over the world. There is no federation in the world where the central government controls everything with regard to security. Okay. It will be difficult to do.
So decentralization is the key?
Yes, because this is a big country by all any imagination.
Any standard, yeah.
In terms of population, in terms of land mass,
yeah.
And in terms of the terrain.
So decentralization, or what people may call restructuring, is a key to this solving of the problem, both economic challenges and other ones. Because people say it's because of the breakdown of the economy, that's why you have increasing restiveness and crime going up.
Yes, of course. Like we said, there is need to restructure the country. Yeah. Every patriotic Nigerian seems to be on the same page, that this country needs to be restructured. Okay. But even before then, there should be devolution of powers to the federating units, to the local governments, to the traditional institution.
So that begins with the constitutional review, because the constitution seems to be the blockade to that effect.
Exactly.
All right, sir. So it's a pleasure to have you here on the program. But before you go, Macho ka igolo ndebe anyị ọfọ n'onu Igbo nke ọfọ anyị ada n'oyibo mkpelu ve ekpele na ndị na-agbakwanụ mbọ na ife ndebe anyị fụ n'ụzọ erika ka va wee mara na va nwelu nna na anyị Igbo na-echeteba.
Ụmụ Igbo, ana m ekene unu. Anyị nwa bụ ndị eze nọ n'ala Igbo. Ụtụtụ ọbụla anyị kunie, anyị na-agọrọ unu ọfọ si na ọ ga-adịrị unu mma.
Ise.
Ebe ọbụla unu nọ, unu na-agba mbọ unu na-agba ga na-amịta mkpụrụ.
Ise.
Chineke ga-enyere unu aka, nyere anyị Igbo aka ka ife dị mma na-abịa na be anyị. Anyị na-asị na bido kịta na-aga n'ọsọ ife dị mma ka a ga na-afụ n'ebe unu nọ na n'ebe anyị Igbo dị.
Ise.
Anyị yọrọ nke a si na Chineke ga-emeri ya anyị.
Ise. Igwe deme daalụ na yukwa anyị ekene gị. And to our viewers out there, especially our people, the Southeasterners, you've heard it from His Excellency, the Ambassador, Dr. Lawrence Agubuzu. It's wonderful to have men like him, and we continue bringing you insightful programs and eye-opening content to energize our people to be patriotic Igbo sons and daughters for the benefit, the progress, the sustainability of our Igbo. Still in our Suchinad Peters, signing out on Matters Horizon. Help us to share this video to the next person and spread the message. Bye-bye for now.